ACORN is the Association of Community Organizations for Reform Now. ACORN has goals including the registration of new voters and the advocacy of affordable housing, especially in the inner cities. Scenario: a young woman pretending to be a prostitute and a man pretending to run for Congress one day walk into ACORN's Baltimore headquarters and speak with two of the employees who run the facility, Tanja Thompson, a tax specialist, and a woman by the name of Shira, who is an ACORN housing employee. The young woman pretending to be the prostitute says she wants to traffic into the United States a dozen underage girls from El Salvador and wants assistance obtaining a housing loan for a brothel, getting around federal tax laws and helping to launder the sex money into the man's future congressional campaign. Question: would the ACORN employees encourage the prostitute to cheat on her taxes by getting child tax credit for the underage girls?
Under 16?
Yeah.
So you'll be able to get child tax credit?
Would they give her guidance on how not to get busted by the federal government?
You're not going to use all of that.
And would they give her street tactics on how not to get in trouble with her abusive pimp?
Be careful. Train them to keep their mouth shut. Always keep your eyes in the back of your head. Police don't put pressure on you. I can't cover you.
Yes, yes, and yes.
Ridiculous, I mean picturesque, yeah. She was more than looking beautiful. See, she was in the know with the physical. Oh, now it's enough. She was.
Is it against the law in Maryland? Prostitution?
Anything that the government's not getting money from is always against the law.
But I want to know specifically if this is, I think, of course it is, because they always called the law, cops on us before.
Right, and anything that's, anything that's in Maryland, anything that's not government approved is always against the law. That's rule number one.
Yeah.
But do you fill out your taxes?
No.
Well, she gets paid mostly in cash.
Yeah.
She makes a lot of money, though, so we could afford
let
something.
me get somebody here for taxes so they can talk to you about how you can, it's not like that.
Because it's against the law, and no law enforcement is very prejudicial towards
But
us.
she's going to make us a legal business. That's why she asked about your taxes.
But how can she do that, though?
Because she is good. I'm going to tell you, Tanja, she won't know how you can make it legal. She's really good. She's not going to get in trouble herself.
The type of business or service you provide. Let me make sure there's a code for it, okay?
A code for prostitution?
Well, yeah, because we have to. I have to have a name and a code number.
Well, I don't know if there's going to be a code.
But I'm going to look in there. I'm going to get my list.
Okay.
She's going to say she's good. That's what I'm saying. But she's going to make us a legal business.
But how can she do that?
Let me make sure there's a code for it, okay?
A code for prostitution?
Okay, let's see what we got here. Combination food service and drinking places. Business include private service, correctional agencies, credit bureaus. You might have to name it something else. Performance arts. Let's see. Independent artists. You could be that.
You're an artist of sorts, the way you move your body.
I'm very independent. Well, I am now that Sunny's gone.
Yeah.
Dancing.
It's not dancing, trust me.
But dancing is considered an art. I mean,
sex is kind of like dancing, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. So
yeah.
I'm thinking like if you worked in, what's that place? What's the name of that place? Downtown. Anyway, you work in them. They usually go under performing arts, or they usually go under performing arts, which is what you are, performing artists. Performance arts, let's see. Independent artists. You could be that. Each month about how much you think you made.
Well, 4 weeks in a month. 8.
About $800 a month?
$8,000 a month.
About $8,000 a month. Okay. So that's gonna put you $9,600 for the year, $9,600 for the year. So that'd be good. But you're gonna have to pay self-employment tax. You had expenses that you had to meet to come out of there. So you should have a business loss. So you really shouldn't have to have no self-employment taxes to pay. You have to have a certain clothing. Okay, so we can write that off. You have to have a certain grooming. Okay, that can be written off. Do you get like little gifts or like some kind of incentive or something to your clients or whatever? You can write stuff
Well,
up like that.
I mean,
Condoms. I mean, how many condoms did you buy
Travel.
last month?
no.
You don't travel,
They travel to her.
Yeah,
so
they.
you don't go nowhere, right? Okay. So yeah, we could probably write off. You made $9,000. We can write off at probably at least $8,000.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay.
You made $9,000. We can write off at probably at least $8,000.
We should talk to you about, which it might complicate our taxes, is that we got a couple girls overseas coming over, you know what I mean?
There's 13 girls from El Salvador that I've kind of gotten wind on the street that are going to be coming to town, and I've let the right people know that I'm interested in taking care of them and getting them used to the area.
And they're very young, and we don't want to put them on the books.
They're kind of dependent.
They're from El Salvador.
Okay.
There's like 13 of them.
Okay.
And they're probably going to move into the house
Just
that we get.
for a year or two to get them on their feet.
Just to get them on their feet so they can do this type of thing.
So you want to put, okay, why do y'all even want to do taxes? Oh, because it's a house.
Because we need a house,
I-
and everyone else has been discriminatory. But the point is that there's going to be 13 El Salvadorian girls coming into this house. We don't want that to cause any trouble.
I mean,
As far as
anything.
taxes?
As far as the feds coming in, saying you got
Now, see,
girls.
as far as feds coming in, as far as the house is concerned, fine, but the tax part, now, if you want to cover yourself on that part, you can issue them 1099s.
But they're not even legal citizens.
well, I mean, couldn't they, like, if I am a performing artist and I
Okay, if
have
they don't have Social Security numbers,
Right.
yeah.
then you don't have to worry because they can't file taxes anyway.
So they can just be like,
What are we
visitors.
supposed to do about them? We don't have to worry about them?
You don't have to worry about it. You don't, and not unless
But
they're
these
gonna
girls
get,
are
if
like-
they're gonna go get an ID, not federal. Sorry, if
They're
they're
not-
gonna get a Social Security number, even for working.
Well, they're like 15.
Oh, well then you don't worry about them.
Can
But
you?
then you know what? You can always claim them as dependents. You can't do all of them. But
Well, could
if
we
they under-
claim
if they're
some of them as dependents and
Yeah.
still have the other ones there?
Sure.
Well, they're like 15.
Oh, well then you don't worry about them.
Can
But
you?
then you know what? You can always claim them as dependents.
And
If
just
they're
maybe
living,
like be
okay,
like
if
their
you want to
girlfriends.
do this, you want to start this business. The name of the proprietor would be you. The principal business would be performing arts. Okay.
No.
Then the address for right now would be what? The boat.
The boat.
Okay.
Boat's on the chest.
All right. Then the amount of money you pay. Right now, you don't have employees, but when the girls come, they're really not going to be employees because you're not going to issue them W-2s at the end of the year.
I don't even
They're
know.
under 16,
Yeah.
so you don't worry about that. But on the other part of the return, you can use them as a dependent.
So,
Okay.
You can use them as a dependent because they live in your house, especially if they're under 16.
Okay.
You can say they live in the boat with you, whatever, and you're taking care of them.
Yeah.
So you can use them as a dependent.
What if they're making money because they're performing
They
tricks
will be.
too?
If they're making money and they're underage, you shouldn't be letting nobody know anyway.
What?
true.
You shouldn't be letting anyone know anyway.
Well, that's what happens. We tell the bankers and they kick us out.
When I
Right,
was- when I was-
it's
yeah.
illegal. They're really not going to be employees because you're not going to issue them W-2s at the end of the year.
I don't even
They're
know.
under 16.
Yeah.
So you don't worry about that. But on the other part of the return, you can use them as a dependent.
So,
Okay.
You can use them as a dependent. If they don't know, you know what I'm saying, what you're bringing in or whatever going on, if nobody's telling it, then they won't know to come
I
look
mean,
for
it's kind of true because when I was working when I was young, I couldn't tell anybody.
it.
Yeah,
Right.
she's been working since she was about 13.
But you can't, right, so if they're under 16 and you can, they're not legally able to work here anyway. You have to be 16 working in Maryland.
Got it.
Okay.
So it's like they don't even exist.
Exactly, they don't even exist. They're not legally able to work here anyway. Exactly, they don't even exist.
And they can be in the housing that we get.
Right.
We apply for it. They
You
can
can
be in the
use
housing.
them.
We can use the house for them.
You can use the house, use them on your taxes as dependents to help lower your
How many
rate.
of them